Hello everyone, welcome to APS Deep Academy and this is your mentor Swati Joshi. In this class, we will study about Zener diodes and its property of voltage regulation. In our earlier classes, we already completed our discussion on how the AC signal converted into DC with the help of rectifier circuit and how the ripples or pulsating DC is converted into the steady DC with the help of filter circuits. Now, our final term in regulated power supply is nothing but a regulator or a voltage regulator. So, the best examples to do voltage regulation are Zener diodes. Okay, there are so many other circuitry also. We have ICs for voltage regulation nowadays, but as a basic electronics student you have to understand that how a Zener diode is working as a voltage regulator. Now, as a part of definition, a voltage regulator is a device that maintain a constant output voltage across the load irrespective of the variation in the input voltage or load current. Okay, if input is varying, I say that 180 to 220 volt variation. Okay, and due to this the current is also varying, the load current is varying, but irrespective of those, irrespective of change in voltage, irrespective of change in current, we have to maintain a particular level. So a Zener diode can regulate output load voltage because of its ability to generate the same voltage regardless of input voltage or load resistance. So how Zener diode will do it, we will discuss. This is the VI characteristic graph of Zener diode. Now in forward region it is behaving like normal PN junction diode. It means it has some cut in voltage and after that current will start increasing, or diode will work in forward bias. So here the cut in voltage for silicon is 0.7 volt, whereas for germanium it is 0.3 volt. So we prefer silicon more than germanium for making of Zener diodes. Why so? Because it can handle more current than germanium. Okay. Now this is our Zener region and the Zener breakdown region. So what is happening? Let's suppose Vi input voltage, which is varying in nature, is smaller than Vz. Vz is our nothing but the reverse voltage, which is the rating for the Zener diode also. So reverse breakdown voltage for Zener diode. Now if Vi is smaller than Vz, the Iz minimum we are receiving. Why this Iz minimum? Because some leakage, because due to some leakage current. Okay, leakage current in the circuit. We know that in reverse bias also when current is increased, so due to the recombination and the thermal agitation or the impact ionization, we have some electron charges. So if flow of electron is there, some very microampere current will flow. So this current is nothing but the leakage current here. After that, when this Vz is attained, it means the Vi is greater than Vz. When input voltage exceeds the 5 volt, what will happen? At 5 volt, the Zener become greater than or equal, we can say, because at 5 volt it also occur. At 5 volt, this Zener breakdown will happen, and here Zener mechanism and avalanche mechanism, both mechanisms we can use in Zener diode. So what is happening? Vi is increasing much and much. So due to this increment in Vi, obviously the Iz will increase, or the Iz max will increase. It will attain some more values, but the Vz is constant. The output voltage which we get across the Zener, it is constant over the time. Okay, until its final rupture is begin. It means diode functioning is over, which is the maximum power rating it can handle, which I also tell you that power rating is also mentioned. So how much maximum power the diode can handle, it is also written. So beyond that it will rupture and your circuit will not work. But now this is the circuit for Zener diode as voltage regulator. Let us discuss the circuitry here. So these are the circuit element. First one is our current limiting resistor. So RS is our current limiter. Whatever the high current is coming, it is limiting first towards the RS. Then Zener diode is connected in parallel with the load resistor RL. Why so in parallel? Because in parallel connection, current is divided in between Iz and IL. So in these two elements, current is divided. And second one is whatever the terminal voltage is, it always constant in case of Zener diode. So it is so it can be directly transferred towards the output node. So this is the application why we connected in parallel. Now we will discuss what is happening in the circuitry. Okay. Now this is our input voltage plus Vi minus Vi. Now if high current is coming, high current is coming. So one more property of Zener diode is here that it can change its resistance according to the input voltage. Okay, if input voltage or input current, if input voltage is high, current will also increase. So if input voltage is increased or high, the resistance across the Zener resistance, I will mention it with RZ, it will decrease and more current will flow towards the resistor, towards the Zener diode. So IZ will be high. If high voltage is coming, it means high current is coming to the Zener, to the circuitry. In this case, the resistance of the Zener diode will decrease, and if the resistance decrease, the conduction increase or the current increase. If current increase, what we will do? We will get less current at the output, and the ratio of ILRL, which is nothing but the V naught, will be maintained in a particular regulated manner. We know that output voltage is a multiplication of ILRL, and RL is our fixed quantity. We can't change the load resistor, but we can somehow change the flow of this IL. So whatever the IL is coming, it should be in a particular range so that the output V naught will be fixed. Let's suppose V naught is 5 volt. So at constant we need the 5 volt. So for that the ratio of ILRL should be constant. So RL is fixed, so we have to change the value of IL. How we can change? We can change the help of this Zener diode, because the resistivity of Zener diode is changing according to the voltage. When high voltage is coming, Zener behaving like less voltage path, or creating low resistance path towards the current. So less resistance, it means high current will pass. High current will pass, it means output we will get the moderate current. Okay. Now when low voltage is coming, then when Vi is less, Vi is low, okay, then resistance over the diode will increase. And when resistance increase, it means less current will pass towards this junction. If less current is passed towards the junction, it means more current will pass towards load resistor RL. It means again the IL-RL ratio will maintained. Now someone will ask that how this resistance is changing. This is the property of semiconductor devices, that they have negative temperature coefficient of resistance. The resistivity can be changed also with the help of diffusion process, with giving the impurities also. So resistance can be changed in semiconductor. This is the phenomenal property of a semiconductor. You can check the earlier lecture for the basic, not the basic, a moderate understanding of how this semiconductor are working. So it is a property of Zener diode that when current is increasing, the resistance will be decreased. So high current flow towards the diode. When current is low, input current is low, then resistance is increasing. So low current will flow towards the diode, and output we will get the moderate IL-RL ratio. Clear? So this is the whole working, how a Zener diode is working. Let's one more example we will say. Let this voltage is 200 volt, okay, and at output what we will get, we will get 5 volt. At 200 volt, the resistance of this diode will become very, very, very less. So the current will always choose the short resistance path. So all current whatever coming to the circuit is flowing towards this Zener diode. If all current is flowing towards the diode, it means very less, very less, very less current is going towards the IL-RL. So the ratio here will remain at the 5 volt, even the input voltage is more than 200 volt or maximum at the 200 volt or whatever the maximum value of voltage it is, until it is until it can handle by the diode. Diode has a rating. I already tell you that diode has some rating. So how much power it can handle, it is a rating of the diode. Suppose this diode can handle 250 volts, so 200 volt it can handle. It is managing as a voltage regulator. Beyond 250 volt it will break down, rupture, and no use of that diode will happen. So if you increase the voltage in a particular level, it will behave as a voltage regulator by regulating the resistance inside the Zener diode. And resistance is managing, why so? Because it is a semiconductor device, and in semiconductor device we can manage the change of resistivity according to the input voltage. This is the property of semiconductors. Now in this circuit, clearly you can see what is happening. When high current is coming, it is flowing towards the diode, and output with the ratio of IL-RL is constant. And when low current is coming, the resistance is increasing, so less current is flowing towards the circuit. So the IL-RL ratio is constant here. So this is the process how this voltage is regulated at the output with the help of Zener diode. Now for today, the last diagram is our regulated power supply. This is our final regulated power supply circuit. In this we can see that this is 240 volts 50 hertz sinusoidal wave. Now it is giving to the transformer for a step down. So this is 16 volt RMS we are getting. We already tell you that how this step down voltage is lowering its voltage at a 10:1 or whatever the coils inside the secondary or in the primary, the transformer working I already discussed in earlier classes. After that the bridge rectification is used. It will rectify the negative half and we will get the full wave rectified output. So after that a capacitor is used. Capacitor is nothing but is a peak removal. It is removing the highest peak or ripples here. After that we will here use the Zener diode as voltage regulator, and output we will get the whatever the, in this case 12 volt regulation is needed, so 12 volt we will get in the output. So this is the full diagram of how a regulated power supply is work. So in starting we started with this, and today we are completing our topic with the final topic of this diode chapter, which is nothing but voltage regulation. So already we have tell you so much about the diodes and its application. Now in next class we will start a new topic, which is nothing but bipolar junction transistor. So stay connected, subscribe, and if you like my teaching methods, please try to share this knowledge with some other ones and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.